symbol you put at the end of
Can
that.
you stop
I don't like that symbol. I don't like this symbol.
stopping me?
I can't actually put that symbol in because my shift and then that symbol brings up my Discord.
Well, maybe she could have a different keybind.
Well, maybe you should not tell me how to live my life.
Okay.
See, look, doesn't that look weird? Doesn't that look weird?
No.
That doesn't look weird to
No.
you? It looks
It's
so.
like
Oh, by the
like
way,
hey.
stream, just so you guys know, Paradox says hello to you guys. Not that you
I
guys
said
would care, but
hey.
oh, I'm sorry. He said hey. He said hey. If they don't ask spectators if we're ready, I'm gonna be upset.
Can you stop?
How am I gonna be? How am I gonna be mean? Don't worry, they asked us. Anyway, so the map chosen is Havana, and most likely we're going to see Bastion, Comps, and Pharmacy run on Havana, as is the staple ever since everyone watched the grand finals and realized, hey, Bastion is a viable pick now. Because everyone copies what the Overwatch League does, because they believe they're Overwatch League players. And then 90% of the time it doesn't work out. But that's not what we're here to talk about. So Illusion is on the defense, I believe. Phobos on the attack. I really hope they didn't switch sides.
They didn't.
They didn't? Okay, so yes, Illusion is on the defense. Phobos is on the attack here. So we'll see what comes out. We're most likely going to see Bastion Pharmacy on the side of Illusion. Yep, and here it comes. Oh, no, they're actually pulling out the Hanzo. Hanzo has been picked a lot more here on this map. And I really hope Phobos isn't coming out with that comp, because that is a weird comp to run. Although it would be nice to finally... What, what, what is this Winston doing in here?
He's saying hello.
He... Winston is frozen. But it would be actually cool to see a Torb run. You don't see Torb run very often. But it does look like Illusion is going to be running out with the Pharmacy, Double Shield, and Hanzo. Hanzo and mostly here for the shield break. Joy is going to come out on the Widowmaker. One of the better choices to try and counter this Pharmacy is she's going to sit up top on this roof, most likely behind it, as she's able to stay up in the air for most of the time here. And Bastion is coming out also, and Dash quickly takes down Joy, but Bastion is coming out on the side of Phobos here. But Immortality comes out rather early, and doesn't look like they're going to be able to get much damage out on Dash. The Rock missing. As Joy's going out right door now, trying to get some poke damage in. But Window does come out on the side of Phobos, and that does drop the secure low, but he's able to get himself healed up. And for right now, kind of a stalemate as Convoluted takes on Joy again, and at this point, I don't know if Joy even wants to run the Widow, as Arx is able to take down Paradox here. And Joy does switch to the Hanzo here. And Dragon comes in on the Bastion, and it's able to take him out, but Joy also takes out Convoluted. But the Dragon takes down 2, and Hudson's also takes down Pone. And that's going to be another hold here by Phobos. But they might have to back up here soon. Their spawns aren't going to come in on time. And Joy's able to kill 2. Joy in the backline, about to kill this Orisa 2 if he's able to get the final blow. And he is able to kill the Hudson there. And Joy really carrying his team there, going on the flank, killing 4, I believe. So they're going to have to start watching out for that. On the good side of Illusion, though, they are winning the ult economy battle coming up here on 4 ults. But also Phobos is now set up on the cart with this Bastion. It is really, really hard to get a Bastion off cart. So they're going to have to get the Sigma ult up to lift a Bastion off cart and hopefully kill him in the air, as Coalescence comes out on the side of Illusion. Nano does come out on Verse on the side of Phobos, but Convoluted takes down Joy. And Immortality comes out. They might still have a chance here. But in the backline, it does look like Convoluted's hunting down Arcs in the backline, so they don't have their Ana here to heal. As big, some would say even massive ult coming in from Dash here, killing 3. And Joy's able to take down Convoluted, but it's not going to be able to do anything. as Convoluted is going to be able to get back in time for the next push, most likely. Now, Phobos is in an odd spot here. Whether you want to stay on the Bastion and continue trying to set him up, which, if successful, will allow you to get the Bastion set up. But if not, you're just going to keep running in, not able to get the Bastion set up, and he's most likely just going to be an ult battery, not able to do much here. As Wendell comes out on the side of Phobos, not able to catch anyone out as Valkyrie's popped, and Dragon comes in, completely missing everyone, and Leo Cakes is able to take down Joy on the rotation. And it's looking rather grim on the side of Phobos, but Verse is able to take down Dash, but dashing ults coming out on the side of both teams. Obviously, Illusion's ult coming in and going much better there, as Illusion might first point here. We'll see how it goes. Joy and Verse switching, double hit scan, obviously going for dash, but Illusion does have almost four ults here coming into this next fight, and it's not looking great for Phobos. As Dragon comes in to pull, and that's going to take down first, as Bongo and Coalescence comes in on the side of Illusion. A really, really good combo, and Phobos has 10 seconds to touch. Joy's able to take down Secure, though, as he pushes in too far, gets too cocky, but Phobos is just barely going to be able to touch here. As Barrage comes in from Dash, and another 3k. Joy's able to take down Paradox, but Convoluted takes on Joy, and that is a quick and very clean hold from the side of Illusion. What are your thoughts on the first hold, Sunmilk? What did you see while I was talking?
Very successful, and I felt like the advantage that obviously Illusion had was that they try to mitigate dying whenever they did lose someone, so
Yeah,
they're
that's
able
yeah.
to, I guess, win in an ult economy and lapsing ults versus Team Phobos, where either one or two people are switching, which at that point you
Mm-hmm,
have to sacrifice ults for that, or
mm-hmm.
the entire team has to switch because they have to deal with Dash, who is doing a lot of work in their backline or their cooldown management.
Yeah. Yeah, great points brought up there. They did sacrifice 2 or 3 ults while switching off, which again gave Illusion the ult advantage. And also they did, like you said, do a really good job of when they had people die, they were able to win these 5v6. Even I think there was a 4v6 fight they won there too. And while Dash was doing most of the work, I do have to give credit to Convoluted too. He was really playing very, very well here on the side of Illusion, able to get flanking kills and able to take the pressure off of Dash, so they couldn't just focus Dash here. As it does seem like Illusion is going to pull out the Reaper May here, another good meta, double shield, just normal meta. And Phobos setting up in a bit of an odd spot here. You don't often see it Convoluted quickly taken down or takes down Joy, and that's going to be rough on the side of Illusion. As we see Lucio, Arissa, and May, and Convoluted all flanking to the left side, pushing this Phobos back, making him play around this right corner, which is really where you do want to get them, as you're not able to contest the card until it's already up in this corner. And the thing about Bastion comps is you want to keep the range. Once the enemy team's able to close in, and a nice kill by Verse on the Leo, and Joy's able to take down Hudson. Joy's also taking down Paradox before he's taken down by Convoluted. But it is going to be a fight win for Phobos. And the way they want to run this Bastion comp, and why it's kind of hard sometimes to set them up around, or set the Bastion up around this right corner, unless your rotations are really good, is you want to keep the range on the Bastion. You don't want to be getting up in up close fights, because then the Bastion just kind of isn't able to do much. As Coalescence comes in on the side of Illusion, Conflict takes down the Immortality. Sakura is able to take down Verse, and Coalescence does come in a bit late on the side of Phobos, but they are down their Bastion. Nez is able to take down Paradox here. So it is an even fight here. Joy's able to take down Convoluted, and this does swing the fight in the favor of Phobos. And a really nice hold coming in. Sakura is able to kill Visor. Nez kills Leo. Joy kills Dash, and that Blizzard isn't going to get much value. Hudson is able to get on Pwn, but that was kind of a wasted Blizzard there. Didn't get any value out of it. Nez kills, is able to clean up the final two, and that was a wasted Blizzard. Dash didn't need to use that there. One of the few bad plays I've seen from Dash here, as they were only had 3 people, and Phobos' reinforcements had come back, and he still threw out the Blizzard. And the bad thing about that is it's going to be really hard for him to build that back playing against double shield. And that was one of their win conditions. The other is going to be Gravitic Flux coming up on the side of Leo, as Sakura and Hudson are coming up on Bongo Coalescence. Window comes out, Nez is able to turn out Leo Cakes, and the Immortality comes in, and the Window is able to negate Sakura and Hudson's ult here. And Joy playing really well right now, getting 2 picks every single fight, and they're going to have to find a way to counter him. I wouldn't mind seeing Convoluted come back on this Widow, as he did beat him the first, or he did kill Joy the first 2 times as when he was Widow. But he is coming up on a Death Blossom here, which is going to be kind of hard to use. He's most likely going to die while using it, unless they kill Immortality beforehand, as Coalescence and Bongo comes out. And wasted ult again on the side of Illusion. That's not good. They just wasted their second win condition, which would have been able to displace the Bastion, which was that Gravitic Flux. And it's last fight territory. The good thing is ult economy is looking kind of even. Dash may just be able to get his ult here. But we'll see how this fight plays out. But a really, really good first defense by Convoluted, or I mean Phobos. And Convoluted's killed right as he ults. And big Sigma ult coming out, picking up both tanks. They're able to take down Leo Cakes, Hudson, Sakura, and that's going to be the end of the map. And again, Phobos having an amazing ult here, and I think it came down to Illusion wasting ults when fights were already lost, and that is Phobos coming up winning 2-0 here now. So the pressure's on Illusion to win these next 2 maps, and it looked like a rough attack. They didn't really know what they were trying to do ult-wise. They wasted multiple ults when they should have just saved them. They wasted Blizzard, and they wasted that Sigma ult when fights were already lost, and I think that's what ended up killing them in the end. Anything else you want to add on to the end of that? Why Phobos was so successful on defense here, son?
I think for what I've saw, it seems like they've, you know how I mentioned Illusion did a good job mitigating whenever they lost someone.
Mm-hmm.
Phobos kind of really just did the same thing, and it helped that they had a Widow in the
Yeah.
backline where Illusion didn't have anyone to contest Widow in case someone was
Yes.
straying. And
And I have actually casted Sekiro, not to
oh
interrupt you, I'm
no, it's
sorry.
okay.
And that's one of the things they did struggle with is um, the team they were playing against at the time, I forget who, but they did run a Widow, and they allowed the Widow to just sit in the back and take pot shots. And that's something that Illusion is going to have to fix up, is getting these picks on people who are out of position and in their backline. But anyway, Volskaya is going to be the pick here on 2CP. What do you think Illusion is going to have to do to turn this this game around?
Well, it kind of reminds me of situations where we've had interviewing previous players where they said like, hopefully, no one's, I guess, discouraged, but you know how Captain said
Yeah.
like, we need to talk about what we're going to do, and I think that's probably what Illusion needs, is that whoever's their shot caller needs to discuss what they need to do for
And
executions and making sure they
yeah,
follow up with it.
yeah. Teams are going to take a quick 5-minute break here for bathroom, water, etc. But yeah, I agree with you. A lot of the teams that we've brought in here, or a lot of the players that we've brought in here to interview, a lot of them were actually down 1 or 2 maps and they ended up coming back. And a lot of what they say is exactly what you said. They had their shot caller calm everyone down. Um, they tell them that they're playing fine and they just need to get a few things down, and then they're able to come back. It does come down to a lot of the times teams that do get up get a little bit cocky and start making bad plays, and then it just disintegrates. Their whole team play disintegrates from there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think with
I might actually have to join the players here in a second to go in the bathroom, but
oh,
break. I
okay.
should have went before the cast. Sunmilk, feel free to fill in the viewers on all your wonderful
My
thoughts.
thoughts. My thoughts.
What's in your milk
Oh
brain?
no, nah.
Old milk,
Oh god.
curdled milk,
I'll let you just.
curdled milk
It's
brain.
okay. You can go to the bathroom. I play background music.
Okay, enjoy the music, guys.
Nice.
All right, it does look like the match may start here. Illusion is ready.
Nice. I'm ready. You're
Uh,
ready.
actually, whenever we're ready. Yes, we're all ready. Viewers, are you guys ready?
Traveling to Volskaya
I don't know if they're
Industries.
ready for our intense casting.
There's only 3 people watching, but it's okay.
Yeah, those 3 people aren't fucking ready. That's the real thing. They're not ready for us,
Initiating
Oh
Milk.
no.
match.
Oops, I forgot to. My chat went. It's okay.
You gotta talk to chat. You gotta be kind to chat.
I'm PR. Public
Yeah, you
relations.
gotta be PR. Yeah, I know what PR stands for,
I'm
Sun Milk.
helping.
With what? Anyway, now that Milk is done distracting us with her talk, we should actually talk about the match now, Sun Milk.
Um,
Um,
illusion.
we we both had like at the exact same time.
Illusions should not waste their win conditions, as you've said before.
Exactly. Thank you for agreeing with me, Sun Milk.
What the?
Attackers incoming
Um,
in 30 seconds.
I'm surprised they're not actually. No, I have watched Illusions run this comp before, and they're really, really good at running this comp, playing down low, getting pulls in for dash, and
Ah,
letting
yes.
dash get punches into the pulls. And Volskaya is one of the best maps for this because both sides of the choke are, of course, unless you obviously are blind and we don't disrespect our blind viewers, so I'm just going to point out, walls are on both sides of this choke. So the pull punch is honestly is a one-shot kill for most things, as both teams running mirror comps of each other exactly. As the first pull punch comes in, Convoluted takes down Joy, and Illusions has the first pick here on Phobos. Hudson's able to take down Nez, and that's a quick first defense here, as they're just gonna chase down Pwn and kill him last. Get a little bit of a stagger here. And that was a good stagger. Dash already 71% to his ult, and no one's even close to him, besides, of course, Moira, who is, and again, not to get biased to any sort of hero, but is a broken hero and gets her ult way too fast and needs to be patched. Blizzard.
What the?
So let's see. Second push coming in. They're going Phobos going the exact same way here, and Joy is able to take down Dash as he gets punished for punching it, and And now Phobos does have the advantage here. Reverse coming into the back line. And Joy's able to take down Paradox as well. As Coalescence comes in on the side of Phobos, and that's going to clean up the fight. Now, Coalescence is one of those ults where it doesn't really matter where you use it in the fight. Like there, they already had the win. It's just there to clean up and keep people's healed. It's one of the ults where it doesn't matter because you get it back so fast. You can use it whenever you want, but that is going to put the ult advantage slightly on the side of Illusions here. So we'll see how Phobos takes this next fight as Coalescence comes in on the side of Illusions, but Nez is able to take down Dash and Lu's able to take down Joy. Both teams even, but Phobos needs to back up here. They don't have the spawn advantage, and Paradox is able to take down Arcs. Leo Cake's able to take down Pone. Leo Cake's also able to take down Visor, and that's gonna be a quick fight win. Sumno, what do you think is the key here for them actually taking this point? Second point on Volskaya, notoriously hard to take. What do you think?
For Phobos?
Yeah, Phobos, how do you think they're gonna... What do you think they need to do to be able to take it? As they are coming up on 6 ults here, though,
I honestly thought they were going to if Verse was going to Blossom because he wasn't dealt with when he was just walking from the sides. But...
Beat comes out on the side of Phobos, and here comes the Death Blossom. And Beat comes in just in time as Coalescence pop from both sides, and it's an even fight right now. But it does look like Phobos has the slight advantage here, but of course 2CP, again, known for contesting here. So we'll see if Illusions is able to contest here as Phobos still getting picks. Convoluted gets out his ult, is able to get Joy, but he's quickly taken down, but the reinforcements are now coming back in for Illusions as Bongo is popped, and this might be it here. This might be the stagger they need, but Pone is able to take down Hudson. But again, I don't know if Phobos is taking these people down fast enough. As 3 more, both DPS now in on the side of Illusions, but it doesn't look like they're gonna be able to get anything, and that is a really, really good time on a Volskaya map. It's one of the better times you can get unless you roll them here. What do you think went wrong on the side of Illusions, or Illusions on trying to hold this?
I guess for me, when they what do you call it, Phobos, they came up with 6 ults, and I think at the time Illusion had what, 3? And they didn't have a defensive
I
ult.
think they were coming in on 3. I think they only had 1.
I think they only had Barrier for Flux and maybe Cola, but that wasn't really
yeah, I
enough.
think Barrier came in a bit late, so I don't even know if they had it at the start of the fight. And Coalescence, I think, was also built during the fight. So I think coming in, it was 6 versus 1 ult, and 2 almost charging up on the side of Illusions. So that's what Phobos has done better, is they've had a better...
Perhaps Illusion didn't even, I guess, warn or even consider that Phobos was coming with 6. They probably assumed that they had 3, and perhaps they like used their cooldowns for a specific ult rather than everyone pressing Q.
Yeah. They need to... I think Illusions needs a lot better ult advantage. They're in danger of losing this game and the series. Of course, we will go to 4 games, but if they don't win this one, they will lose the series. They will lose the series here, so... Obviously, the pressure on Illusions, and when you have pressure, you tend not to play well. And, of course, you're going to be a little bit more laid back on the side of Phobos, already up 2-0. Hopefully it's not laid back to the point of cockiness here, but I doubt. From what I've seen, Phobos is a really good team. They obviously talk a lot. They combine a lot of their poles and rocks and other things, as Joy comes out again on the Widow. A rather odd choice, especially against double shield. Not able to get much value out of the Widow here, but of course, Illusions does have a track record of just kind of leaving Widows to sit wherever they want, as he is able to get a headshot on Hudson.
Oh my,
Jesus! What a headshot! That was... as Joy puts out an amazing headshot of Dash. Is taking down my Convoluted though, but that is a good trade. I take that trade on the side of Illusion or Phobos here. As Gravitic, a quick Gravitic Flux comes out on the side of Illusion here. But back and forth here, not able to really tell what's going on here, as Illusions does beat Convoluted Data 3-4. And that's a quick take on the side of Illusions. Of course, this first point a lot of points. So how Phobos is able to hold on the second point and how Illusions is able to attack here. As Sight's coming on the side of Phobos, we'll see when they decide to use it. Again, Sight's not the most useful of ults when it comes down fight-wise, but it is going to give it is going to stop their push here, because no team wants to push into a Widow who can see you through walls. So we'll see how this works out. As they start to push in, and we do see Joy switch to the Doofus here, and Dash is quickly taken down by Nez. Pone is able to take down Hudson, Joy's able to take down Paradox, and that's another fight. That's a good defense on the side of Phobos. And if Illusions wants any time close to what Phobos was able to put up, they're going to need this to win this next fight. And it looks like an almost completely even ult economy here. So we'll see how this works out. I do believe that Phobos has slightly better ults coming up here. They have the beat up, and they also have Death Blossom here. But I think the beat is the key. As a beat comes out, and everyone used their ults there. Nice pull, and Doomfist ult dash able to kill one. Neocake finishes it off. Hudson's able to take on burst. Convoluted takes on arcs, and it does look like a quick fight win on the side of Illusions, and they need to stop the contest here. As Convoluted's able to take down, they're doing a really nice job of killing the staggers as they come in, and they're not even going to be able to touch the point. As Illusions has a 30-second advantage on the side of attack. What a change for Illusion, because, or do you think change for Illusion there? Because we've kind of seen them getting rolled here almost in this series. What do you think they did better there? What did they do different?
Perhaps it's what we've commented before. Like, I noticed that when they rotate, or it seems like they're communicating where they're sharing a target or a focus. Like, for example, even though Widow did shoot the Dash, the Doomfist, when they were diving her, Convoluted still went and helped Dash and helped secure the Widow kill. And then he went back to rendezvous, back to his back home. So perhaps it's really just the simple idea of teamwork, working together to do one job before moving on to the next task.
Yeah, I agree with you here, as Illusions is going to take the first defense here, as they did have the larger time bank. So we'll see how this works out here. Both teams not really holding very well in this first point. So we'll see if Illusions is able to hold here well in this first point, as we come quickly into this first fight.
Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Again, mirror comp, same comp we've seen all game coming in from both teams. Not much to commentate on the comp. Nice pull, but they're not able to capitalize and finish off Dash. As Illusion's just kind of walking into them. Joy's able to take down Paradox though. Convoluted does take down Joy. Nez takes down Hudson though. And it does look like a slight...
Such a disadvantage to find a small room, because that's what made him lose the first point in the first place.
Yeah, again, I don't want to say... It's just, Joy is able to get these punches off, and he's gotten them off the past 2 times on this first point, and he's gotten both first initiating kills here. And again, I think if they push into that that right room, Illusions just needs to back up off of it. You want to hold Volskaya in a way where you aren't forced to push into any small rooms, as obviously Doomfist is a good pick here. And it also could have worked in the favor of Dash too, but Joy's just able to get that quick first pick onto Paradox, as Coalescence comes in from both sides, first TPing straight into the team, able to be kept alive by the Coalescence. Meteor Strike coming in on the side of Illusions. We'll see if a pull comes in. Nice pull! able to kill 2, and that's going to be a quick fight win from Illusions. But I think that was mostly just a dry run on the side of Phobos not wanting to use any ults there, and they did get out 2 ults, I believe, on the side of Illusions. Illusions only going to have Bongo, and they're still going to have a good ult economy. But again, Phobos is coming in on 6 ults here, and at that point, it's one of the few times where you can kind of just press Q and win. If I was Phobos, I'd try to get in and do another dry run here, maybe pop a Coalescence, as they are going to initiate with Beat here, an odd choice, but they have nothing. And first, is able to take down Hudson with his Death Blossom, Dash takes down Joy, as Convoluted also takes down Pone, and this is a completely even fight, which isn't going to be in the favor of Phobos, as of course the respawns are going to come in faster for Illusions, and Nazeep did down Dash, but I don't think it's going to be enough here, as reinforcements are coming in on the side of Phobos, and a Bongo used to finish off these last 3 here. Hudson takes down Visor, Convoluted takes down Nez, and that looked like you don't really want to initiate with the Beat here, especially when you know that they still have the Death Blossom. They would have been able to counter the Death Blossom by Convoluted, and Convoluted wouldn't have been able to kill their main tank if they had kept the Beat, but this is going to be last fight territory, and still though, both teams relatively even on ult economies. Moira is going to be coming up on ult, both Doomfists have ult, and Pone still has Bongo, but Paradox does have his Beat, so that's going to be big here. And Meteor Strikes coming out on both sides of the... What a Pole and Doomfist ult there. And it does look like it's slightly in the lead, or leading slightly in the favor of Phobos. Joy's able to take down 3. Dash is able to kill Arcs, though. And Nez is able to finish it off Dash. Nez is also able to take down Sakura. And a Beat comes out on the side of Phobos, and Paradox is able to boot Joy off the map! What a boo. Nez is able to take down Convoluted, though, as Gravitic Flux comes out on both sides. But we'll see if anyone's able to capitalize on it. Doesn't look like it, as, again, Phobos still hasn't taken a take here. But it is overtime, and they do have the pick advantage coming in. As Doomfist ult drops in. They do eventually get a tick, though. Doomfist ult doesn't catch anyone, and this is just a long stagger here. And Verse is punched out of his ult. Not able to get any use out of it. Verse is able to kill Hudson, though. Pone is able to kill Convoluted. This does look like it's going to be a take as Coalescence comes in on the side of Phobos. Lucio, Paradox, the only one here to contest, and he's going to get quickly taken care of as, again, you do get 10-second spawns in overtime. But it was a good hold on the side of Illusions. And do you have anything to say that I may have missed there, Milk?
No, not really. I mean, they did a really good defensive hold. They had them till overtime. It was just unfortunate that Illusion hasn't or did not die together, where they could have spawned together and hopefully be able to have a more favorable chance of contesting and perhaps even holding off Phobos, because now that they've died at different rates and different frequencies, they really just trickled out.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there, as again, not much to commentate here in the comps. Both teams running the same exact comps they've run all game.
I just hope that Illusion doesn't repeat the same thing and fighting in that small room.
Yeah, stop going in that room,
Yeah.
guys. I wouldn't mind seeing Ursa Hawk here. I feel like Ursa Hawk would play very well, especially with the Doomfist here. You're able to hook him in whenever he tries to punch in, and you should get a pick there, especially when you're running the Reaper. But we'll see how this works out here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend
As the first fight comes out, again, we're seeing same positions here as Illusion's most likely going to push into this right room as the pole does come in. Joy's able to punch someone, but he's not able to get anyone out. kill anyone. Dash does put a punch in as they start rotating the point here. Illusion's quickly taking a fight to point. Dash does fall low, but he's able to get healed up, and Convoluted is pulled down off the high ground, and Dash misses his punch there, hitting the wall instead, and he's taken down because of it. Joy able to kill Dash as they do get a tick. Hudson able to kill Joy though. So trade on the Doomfist as Coalescence comes out on the side of Phobos. Versus able to take down Convoluted, and versus able to take down Leo Cakes, and Pwn finishes off Hudson. As this does look like a quick, easy fight win on the side of Phobos. So we'll see what they're able to do here, but again, it's not looking the best for Illusions here. Down in ult charge as they didn't win the fight. Only having 2.5 minutes here, which is roughly around 4 or 5 pushes here. As Rock misses on the side of Phobos, and again, they're doing the same thing, pushing to this right area. Joy dives in, not able to find anyone. As Beat comes out on the side of Phobos, and now you really want, or Illusions, now you really want to win this fight as Beat is able to come out. Dash through Arcs of Joy, completely able to take down first, and this does look like it's going to be a fight win. Despite the late pick on Hudson, it does look like it's going to be a fight win on the side of Illusions. A little bit of a messy first fight, but they did do well in the second fight, able to take it, and now they are coming up on 4 ults. But Phobos is also coming up on 4 ults here. So both teams even on ult economy. But on the side of Illusions, they are going to be a little bit down on first attack, not coming into their ults as fast as Phobos is. But we'll see how this works out. As Death Blossom and Meteor Strike coming out. As Convoluted takes down Verse. Nice pull. And Leo that's a quick 4 picks on the side of Illusions. And if they take this with time, with above a minute here, it's not going to give Phobos a chance to hold here, and they're gonna have to play for a draw. Leo kicks here to down first, and Bongo does come in. And Joy's able to take down Convoluted. Joy's able to take down Secure. Joy's able to take down Paradox, killing 3 with the Bongo. Joy single-handed carrying his team there, killing 3 with the Bongo, and finishing off Dash. Dash able to take down 4 there, or Joy able to take down 4. And that's gotta be a morale killer on the side of Illusion. They had that point, and the Bongo Doomfist able to kill it. They're coming up on 4 ults here, but this is going to be last fight. But Illusions doesn't have any ult, or Phobos doesn't have any ults here. So it is going to look rather grim for them as pull Death Blossom. Hudson's able to take down Nez, Paradox able to take down Arcs, and they should finally take it here. If they do have a bit of time though, they will have a bit of time, which is going to give them an extra minute, and they're going to have an extra minute on the side of Illusions here. And Phobos looking alright, but they again really only losing because they used all their ults in the fight before. And again, you can't blame them for that. They needed to win that fight, and they did. But Phobos only going to have a minute here, which means you have to take this on your first attempt here. Because if you don't, you're going to be down into territory where you're just going to have to rush onto point here. And they're not going to be able to get a full push here if they don't get it within the this first push. And again, both teams running exact same comps we've seen all game. Sunmilk, I want your commentary here. What do you got to say here?
What would you like me to say?
Listen, I'm not Sunmilk. I can't tell you what to say. I want original Sunmilk trademarked commentary.
I don't know. I mean, like, I feel like I'm kind of repeating myself. I do think it's a little unfortunate that I guess with like 8 seconds left. I guess for my last comment,
Hurry up,
I'm scared. I just don't want. I just hope that Illusion doesn't repeat their mistakes. I understand that Kamile and Dash, you know, fight at a choke, but it seems like it's putting against their disadvantage with the holds and with the stuns.
And it does look like they are following your advice. They're obviously watching the stream as they don't try to push into that room over there. And Phobos is coming up to take this high ground, a good spot here. First, teleporting across high ground. And we do see Paradox going up behind them, trying to obviously move them out of the high ground as Conflict takes on Nez. But Dash is able to follow, they're not able to kill him. Conflict kills Joyce, Paradox kills Verse. And that's going to be their push. At this point, just going to maybe barely have time to push in as a team, and I don't think they will. They're going to have to send their Lucio into touch. With 10 seconds, I don't even know if he's going to be able to get there. Speed boosting his team back, and I don't know if they're going to be able to touch here. 6 seconds left.
4, 3. Made it.
Oh, they're just barely able to touch. But at this point, their comp is ruined. They have no ults. And Trade's there, but Dash is able to take down Verse. Joy's able to take down Sakura. Joy, of course, been the rock here on DPS side. Pony able to take down Hudson. Joy's able to take down Leo. Dash is able to take down Nez. They need to keep Joy up as Meteor Strike does come in.
Mine.
They're going to get a tick here. No, they're not. Paradox takes down Joy. And reinforcements are coming in for Phobos, though. It's just the Doomfist here. First able to take down Paradox.
Oh my.
Illusions isn't able to hold that. Wow. And something they should have won, they lose. And that's been a theme of this map here in Volskaya. Teams losing fights they should win. Honestly, specifically on Illusion, winning or losing multiple fights they need to be winning here. So they need to push here. There's no other way around it. They have to hard push, hold their W keys straight into point. But but Phobos does have the ult advantage here. So we'll see how this fight plays out here. 10 seconds on the timer. They either take it here or they don't. Verse TPing in is able to take down Dash here. But Verse is able to come out with the Death Blossom and quickly take it down as Beat comes out too. Joy isn't able to find anyone. Convoluted takes down Visor. Nez takes down Convoluted. And Minefield comes out to block off the point from Illusions. And we'll see if Illusions is finally able to finish off a fight here. And it looks like they are going to. Paradox killing too. The unlikely DPS Reddit Lucio coming in. And honestly, I'm not upset if I'm Phobos. That's a really good push for only having a minute. And honestly, should have lost that first point. What went wrong for Illusions? I felt like they were winning that, and then they didn't win.
I think.
What do you think went wrong?
I think it's just they were just at a disadvantage for them because they had a switch. So they didn't have anything against Illusion's defensive ults. Unless Illusion were to make a drastic mistake where they lose their players. Like for example, Lucio managed to kill Hammond. So they started off with the last 10 seconds, 5v6.
Yeah. But Phobos still having that great first take with the Hammond. And again, oh, actually, we're seeing a slight change. Are you guys excited? Actual change. They're pulling up their Bastion Nay on the side of Phobos. One of my favorite comps to run on Volskaya, honestly. As especially on the second point here, which obviously Phobos hopes they don't get to, as they have to play for a draw here. But, or as they have to hold this first point to win, and if they do get the second point, they're going to play for a draw. But they really good on the second point, able to wall off that whole front entrance and any entrance they try to take here. So we'll see how this plays out here as the initial fight comes in. Dash not gonna be as useful as he would normally be here. Again, running Doomfist, it is one of my, you know, trademark sayings if you actually watch this. Doomfist into Bastion is actual garbage. You're punching into someone who can shred you within 2 seconds, especially when they're playing high ground. Dash can't get up there because he can't use his abilities to get up there, or else he's not going to have anything to get off there with.
Whoa.
So we see them taking the long route here instead of just pushing straight to the left side. They're going to be pushing an odd way. I haven't actually seen this before, as they do get walled off. Nice boop down. by Paradox, but the Bastion is of course going to come down here and... Yep, and of course, like I said, Dash punches in, gets completely melted, and this isn't looking good on the side of Illusions here. Visor kills 2. Leo kicks there, picking up Visor. Verse taken down by, or takes down Leo. I do like that last second trade though. Again, Volskaya, one of the longest points to walk back to. They're not going to have Visor here for the last fight. And Illusion needs to push their advantage right now. They know they have the advantage. They need to do something with it. Oh, versus dash! But they're going to get the res on him, and this is just going to be gross here. They're going to spawn Camp Visor, not going to let him back in. Come on, Dash. Give some sportsmanship here. Don't spawn Camp the Baptiste. As Visor puts Immortality Field down on himself, and Joy falls low, is able to pick up Convoluted to Joy. Paradox able to pick up Visor. Verse able to take down Convoluted here with the take form, but that's not going to be enough. But again, I don't think you need to panic and switch off your comp here if you are Phobos. You're coming in to the Nana, you're coming into Blizzard, you're coming into Window, and I think it's going to be a very, very, very slim chance here that Illusions actually win this. They're not going to have a chance to do a dry run and draw out ults. And Verse switches off the Bastion, though! I think a Bastion would have been great here, and I don't think Reaper is as good as Bastion. But again, they are still, Phobos is still going to have 4, maybe even 5 here if Pona is able to get his ult up here in a second. And Hudson is walled off by Joy, and Blizzard coming in, a huge Blizzard, and that's going to be the end of this map for the side of, for both sides. Most likely coming down to a draw unless a miracle happens. And it doesn't look like it. And Phobos didn't even use 2 of their ults there. They didn't even use 2 of their ults there. Only... And that is going to spill the series on the side of Illusions. But again, a draw is something to look back sort of positively well, as they're not going to get 4-0'd at the very least. Series now 2-0 on the side of Illusions, or Phobos, I mean, with a draw in. So, last map, I believe, is Hybrid. Most likely going to see the Eichenwald pick here. Or Hollywood. Eichenwald or Hollywood. Numbani not really picked much. And I think if you're Illusions, you just want to fight win here. And what do you think they're going to have to capitalize on here? Because they looked good on the Volskaya map, but just couldn't pull it out. Do you think Illusions needs to change anything? Do you think they played well enough last map? Or what do you think needs to be changed here?
For Illusion?
Yeah.
I was pretty satisfied with their performance. I do feel like the more I watch, I do feel like Phobos mechanically outplays them, because I notice how the characters are, or at least the players are, combining their abilities together. I see that more in Phobos than I do on Illusion. So, but perhaps after the performance in Volskaya Industries, it's kind of like a wake-up call for them to like return back to the state that they were when they had their victories in their game that we've casted and produced.
Yeah, Phobos looking really, really good. A little bit messy on Volskaya, as we're going to see the new body pick. Which is, of course, going to be good for the Bastion comps, but we also may see a bit of dive here, which is going to be fun to watch. Dive, always fun to watch. So we'll see how this works out here on the side of Illusions. You just want to win here, just for something positive to look back on. And the draw, of course, kind of positive, but you always want to win in a series. You don't ever want to lose 4-0. One of the worst feelings in the world, you know, not even able to sneak out a win. So we'll see what Illusions runs here on defense. Probably just going to run the Bastion here. The other DPS is interchangeable, so we'll see what ends up happening here.
Are you taking a quick 5-minute break?
No.
Oh.
They're just waiting for everyone to say ready. They might have been waiting
Oh.
for us to say ready.
Come on,
How considerate waiting for us.
because we're the best.
Obviously.
Initiating match.
Milk and Sir, the dynamic duo.
Sure.
Sour milk. Sewer milk. Yummy sewer
Oh,
milk.
alright, you can stop there. I'm looking for new casters, by the way.
I need someone else to cast with besides Sun Milk.
Oh,
I'm kidding, Sun Milk. Sun Milk. You can't play the guilt card here. That's not how it works.
I think. Let's see. Paradox is on defense.
Paradox.
Oh, oop, illusion.
Ready for battle.
We now have an unknown Paradox team in here, so
I see Sombra, dude.
Sombra. That might just be for scouting, honestly, or if they're running the Bastion.
Attackers.
I do see a Hog though, which I am excited to watch. It's always you know it's bad when we're excited when they go off meta.
Let's see.
That's how boring this meta is.
Uh-oh.
Much like goats. It is always nice to see the Hanzo pick too. Again, these aim heroes always looking good. As they revert back to meta, I'm upset.
It's okay. Gotta play to win.
It's not okay.
Gotta play to win.
Honestly, I don't think Verse is gonna get much value here. Not a Bastion to hack, and that's obviously what they were picking Verse for.
For scouting.
So we'll see how this works out.
Let's see if he gets detected. Uh-oh.
Sun Milk, I think for our last match, I think I want you to do the play-by-play.
I can't do play-by-play, sorry.
I believe in
Oh,
you.
no.
He switched to the Bastion. Attack Bastion. I love Attack Bastion. It's actually fun to watch Attack Bastion. See how teams play with it.
Oh! Joy almost got a shot on the Mercy. Taking.
Yes, Joy. Actually, one of the better widows I've been able to watch here. But he's taken down by Dash. Again, the Fire Mercy cheese. No one likes playing against Fire Mercy, especially not a good Pharah, which Dash has been shown to be a really good Pharah here. Again, Phobos actually had to switch to double hit scan to try and counter him on I think it was what map was that?
Havana?
The escort map. Havana, yeah. Is it Havana or Havana?
I'm not sure. I usually say Havana because of the song.
I can't sing on stream.
Same.
It's against the rules.
Uh-oh.
Also, I can't sing.
Dash
taking Joy. No, poor Joy. He's getting bullied. I don't know what Phobos is doing here. There hasn't been anything to cast because Phobos hasn't done anything.
For a minute and a half.
Just stop going in there! Stop going in there! Hudson takes down Pone. It's been my first time to talk this map. My god. Nez kills himself like a beta.
They're cleaning up. They're looking to clean.
Ooh, clean.
Now they've switched off.
I do need a... Maybe I should hire Illusion as my maid service. I do want to...
Oh my.
Haha, Nez on 69% ult. Nice. Never mind, he's at 70 now. Lame. But, again, very boring match. Nothing's happened. And Illusion's coming on at 6 ults, and Phobos is looking...
Are they taking a hard bottom
like
right?
a plat chat team. Plat chat
they're
team.
taking main.
Can we get plat chat in the chat, please? Yes. Pull. It's not gonna be able to get anyone as Immortality comes out. Dash able to take them first. Again, Dash, a huge problem here. They just need to switch to two hit skins. Nez takes down Convoluted. Dash takes down 2 with the Barrage. And takes down 4.
It's given a
the res
second
comes out on
life.
Convoluted. She doesn't even res her Pharah. Oh, that's sad. So, what do you think's going on here, Sunmilk? I feel like you could actually cast this one because nothing's happening.
Oh. I'm honestly not sure what Phobos is doing. They wasted a minute and a half to almost 2 minutes at that choke while Widow was being bullied by Dash. And they're taking main, which is an advantage for Hanzo to take the high ground and shoot around the shield, and Pharah to also shoot around the shield. I'm not
Dash gets nanoed, and it does look like this is going to be another hold if he's able to find one more here, which he does on Joy. And I'm going to confidently
Paradox.
say I don't...
Seconds.
Oh no, Paradox!
She got
No!
caught out.
Paradox taken down, and that's Farmer's down as soon as I was going to say something. I take back my words. Phobos proving me wrong.
I mean,
Nice pull as Sigma Hold comes in. Able to take down Visor. Nano coming in on Leo, and he's able to take down Nez. Or Nez is able to take down Leo, Sekira, and Sekira. Nez really carrying the team right now, killing the Farmers and then killing 2 more on point. As, again, Illusion's not able to finish fights they should win.
I'm so confused. I think they got too cocky.
Dash got too cocky, got caught out while he had the
Yeah.
Nano, and ended up getting him and his Mercy killed.
That could have been a full
You
hold.
hate to see it.
But it's okay. They can still hold here.
As the first signs of a fight coming in here. Gravitic Flux coming in, able to catch both tanks, but it doesn't look like they're going to get much value out of that. As Bongo comes out, Joy takes out Paradox, headshot! What a shot by Joy! As a Nano comes in on the side of Dash to keep him up, able to do work. As Dash is taken down in his barrage, but it does look like Illusions is going to win the fight unless somehow Lucia 1v6s. And at this point in the match, I wouldn't be surprised if Illusion loses that match. Because they have a very hard time at actually finishing fights. No offense, any Illusion fans or Illusion players. Please don't come fight me. I don't know how to fight.
Oh, the dragon is Joy.
Dragon coming in, they're not going to be able to get a point. It's just a zoning ult here. Able to separate them out. First, isn't able to get anything out on that TP.
60 seconds.
And this is a fight that Illusions wants to win here. As the Dragon does come out. Is a Pole going to come out? Pole does come out! He is able to catch Bison, and Joy's able to take down Sekira though. Convolute takes down Verse though. And even with the pick on Sekira, I do believe that Phobos is going to win this match anyway. Or fight anyway, not match. So I want bets. What do you think? Are they gonna win the next? Is Phobos gonna win and push the point to third point, or no? What do you think?
I will give them the benefit. They did for first point, so I don't see why they can't for the second one.
Joy takes down Hudson. First takes down Convoluted.
Rock.
Oh no! Oh, and again, Illusions isn't able to pull this off. At this point, I'm rooting for Illusions. I want them to win this map. I think Illusions needs to win this map here. He needs something positive. And they need to stop losing these last fights! Yes, I do agree with you though. They are getting very sloppy. Joy's just playing really well though, too. Getting headshots as Convoluted takes down Verse. As, again, one of the reasons I don't necessarily like casting Numbani much is it's rather of a slow map. Most escort maps are, or hybrid maps are, but Hollywood and Eichenwald is a lot more close range, and Numbani just isn't as great of a map in my opinion, as Bongo does come out on the side. What an anti! And Dash takes down Joy, but Pone takes down Dash, and that's a quick trade. Nano comes in on Leo, but he's not able to do anything with it. The Gravitic Flux comes in, cancelled by the beat, of course. Pone takes down Leo Cakes as the Dragon from spawn coming in. Oh, it's gonna catch someone. It's gonna catch Paradox! It catches Paradox, the Dragon from spawn. Wow. Pone kills Hudson, and again, it looks like Illusions is gonna lose this in the last few seconds here. Verse takes out 2. Oh,
14 seconds left.
For Illusions here. Maybe they should have changed their names because they won their last fight. They won their last game, and now they changed their name and they're gonna lose.
Oh no.
The Illusions curse.
Oh my goodness.
You know what? My PC timer is messed up, and I don't know how to change it.
Your
It says it's 8:37, but I am East Coast, which is the best coast,
East Coast?
and it should be 9:37. East Coast, Beast
East
Coast.
Coast, East Coast.
Hell yeah. Sunlook, are you East Coast?
Yes.
Okay, you can stay casting.
Wait, what the?
I do like Numbani scenery though. It's a cool map scenery wise, but every other way it kind of sucks.
Did you know there's a Sigma
We
store?
are. No, there's not.
There is.
Where?
Go look for it. Oh, I
Okay,
found
that's
it.
what I
The
thought.
bot Couture.
Attackers incoming.
How is that
in
Sigma
30
store?
seconds.
How is that a Sigma
Don't worry
store?
about it. Ovulated is on Sombra. And he's gonna spy check.
Right. You're just changing the topic here. We have more important things to talk about than this game. Oh, the Sigma bot couture. I see it. That is a Sigma store. Why did you say bot couture? Why didn't you say Sigma?
I did say Sigma. The Sigma bot Couture.
I thought you just meant talking about his name.
Oh my.
Joy coming out on the Widow though. I do like watching Joy's Widow. Joy's Widow and Hans are actually really fun to watch. You know what? I'm gonna go first person on Joy. I don't know how to do that though.
11. Spacebar.
Taking the objective.
Ah, yes. I get to see what a good Widow looks like. I can practice. I can learn how to play Widow effectively now. As it does look like Phobos is setting up on this comp that everyone hates to play against on Numbani, which is the Bastion comp.
They're gonna
As they're going to be looks like they're going to start okay, where are they going? Oh, Joy gets taken down by the headshot. Dash takes down Arcs here. And that's not a good start for this Bastion comp. As what a pull, and Convoluted is able to take down Visor. Dash able to take down Pone. Paradise able to take down Burst. Hudson able to take down Nez. And wow, that was like, I think, the best fight I've seen from Illusions this whole entire match. Illusions playing very well there. Actually looking like a team that's communicating. So good on them. As they're gonna keep the Lucio on point, of course, sending everyone else to push up here. We'll see how this ends up playing out. As they do switch to the Mei on the side of Phobos. Nice rock coming in, hits the fortified Orisa, isn't able to get the stun off. Both teams looking surprisingly even on ult charge. First takes down Hudson though. Pone takes down Paradox. Leo's able to trade, or is able to take down with first though. Pone takes down Leo though, and it does look like this is going to be a fight win on the side of Phobos, as Convoluted is stuck in the back, and let's hope he doesn't die here, because if he staggers, that is going to be massive on the side of Phobos. And he's gonna walk right into a Mei here. Oh no, what a stagger. And they're going, and Illusions can't push here. They're gonna have to wait 8 seconds. So this is gonna drag some time off the clock here. Again, I do like the Mei pick here. Able to wall off Illusions. More aggressive pushes here. As he splits the team in half with the Mei wall. Putting Leo on the opposite side. But Colossus does come in for both teams. First is able to take down Hudson though. As the punch out to Nez comes in, but he isn't able to be finished off as Colossus heals him up. Visor wins the Lucio 1v1, proving he is the superior Lucio here. Arcs takes down Leo Cakes. Nez does take down Convoluted though. And it does look like it's going to be a fight win here for Phobos. And again, as soon as Illusions has a good push, they just kind of stagger out. And it's not good. It's one of the worst things you can do, which is, mostly, it's also morale draining too. Dragon misses, zones out though. So we'll see how this goes down here without the Dragon. Dash isn't able to connect with a punch here. As Mail comes in, not able to be eaten by Leo Cakes, but Beat comes in and might barely save Leo Cakes. Paradox takes down Joy here. Visor is able to move Hudson down the map though, or off the map though. Coalescence and Beat coming in on the side of Phobos. And that might just be enough to win the fight. And it is, as Illusions has to back up. What do you think Illusions is gonna have to do to win this? They seem to be staggering out here.
Oh, they got 2 kills. But Rebirth
That is good.
He was looking for a Blossom, but he got deleted.
Deleted. Smoked. If I can use smoked and rolled. If I can use XQC terminology. I'm kind of hungry, if we're being honest here. I think I need food. I think I'm gonna eat on stream, like right into my mic. I'm sure you all would love to hear that, wouldn't you?
ASMR casting?
ASMR! I think we need an ASMR cast. Sunmilk, are you down to ASMR cast for us? As Bunker's coming from both sides, Burst is able to take down Dash. Dragon comes in, not able to find anyone though. As Blossom comes in, Hudson takes down 2! Hudson, the DPS. Leo able to take down 2 as well. Leo's also taking down Nez as the tanks become the DPS on the side of Illusions. And they're going to have a nice time bank here to try and push it to the end here. So we'll see how this works out, but this third point is relatively easy to hold. Definitely benefits the defenders here. Rock comes out and hits the Lucio, not able to take advantage of it. The first is taken down by a headshot. Ouch, that's gotta hurt. Dash takes out Pwn and Beat. Why would you use Beat there, Illusion? Why? Beat wasted there. They didn't need to use it at all. That's not gonna be good.
They won't have anything
Again,
for
Illusion's...
Blizzard if Joey were to build it in 5. If she's at 95%.
Yeah, he obviously will. Leo Cakes takes down first. As Coalescence comes out from both teams. Gravitic Flux only able to get Nez, and here comes the Blizzard. And even though they're getting picks, Leo Cakes is gonna fall here. They're able to keep him up! They keep Leo Cakes up! So what great healing, and Illusions is going to have the advantage here on time, on Nubani. But we also saw this on Volskaya too, where they had the time advantage, but they weren't able to finish it off. What does Illusions need to do different to actually get the win here that they didn't do on Volskaya?
Get the win here that they did do on Volskaya? Definitely not waste time at choke.
Yeah, that's very true.
And but Phobos did a really good. They do a really good job at punishing Illusion for making a mistake. Then Illusion, they need to mitigate their mistakes where they get caught out, because they can win. They can hold this. They can full hold this. They almost did. They just need to be considerate of the time that they have left and be considerate of the enemy's ults.
Yes, that's very true, and the pressure is going to be on Phobos here to take this quickly, because after they take this, even if they take it right away, they're going to be in overtime for second and third point here. So we'll see if Phobos is able to get anything done here. As for both teams, we're seeing mostly normal comps, mostly what's been running all game. Again, it looks exactly like the comps they were running on the first point here. And again, I think it's an easy hold, honestly, for Illusions. As long as Dash doesn't get cocky again and doesn't put himself and his Mercy out of position, I think this is going to be a relatively easy hold on the side of Illusions. As they are going to go bottom here, which isn't the best spot to go, especially with Afara. She's just going to be able to go here. And they're doing exactly what you told them not to do, sitting at choke, not moving forward.
They changed their mind.
Nice pull.
That's a huge...
Oh, the orb gets Paradox! That's gonna be rough. Big anti, though. They gotta kill Verse. Verse falls low, but isn't able to get picked here. Convoluted takes down Verse. Oh, he does get picked, though, at the very end. Joy falls low. Convoluted able to take down 2. Hudson able to kill Joy. And that was a quick barrage. I have to give it to Dash. They're putting in damage. And as I said, easy hold for Illusions. now they have 2.5 minutes to maybe finally win a map. They only need 1 tick here after all.
Score.
What went wrong with Phobos' push there that you noticed? Because they had the first pick, a huge pick on the Mercy, and then nothing else happened.
I think they got I don't know if excited is the right word, but I think when they killed the Mercy, they got really excited. And I noticed that a couple of their players went off to do their own thing, while some of the other players also went to do their own thing. So the team was split in what to do next after Mercy died.
Ready for battle.
Yeah, that's very, very true. So again, the Bastion, the same exact comp they ran on defense here that I got completely rolled on. They're coming out with it again. The Bastion Widow combination on DPS, Moira Baptista's healing, and of course the Devil Shield. And Convoluted looking to take this Widow battle with Joy here, which is going to be interesting to see.
Who do you think will out-widow the other Widow?
All I'm saying is I've seen Convoluted play Widow once, and the time he did, he killed Convoluted twice, or he killed Joy twice. So we'll see how this works out.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend.
Oh, that would have been such a good headshot. That was the Tracer's head. Convoluted switching to the Hanzo, not gonna take this Widow battle. Even though I believe, based on what I've seen, he has the advantage on Joy here, but if Joy plays behind the shield, he's not gonna get anything out of the Widow anyway, and I do think Hanzo's the better pick comp-wise.
They're repeating the same thing. Arista drops down first.
Yeah. Oh, what a shot falling in the air by Joy. Pfizer able to take down someone else, and oh, nice shot onto the Tracer by Joy. Pwn able to finish off Leo Cakes. And I think Joy is my new favorite player to watch in this league. I'm gonna buy a Joy t-shirt. Sunmilk, can you like make a t-shirt for me that has Joy on it? I want to join the Joy fan club.
The Joy fan club?
I want to interview Joy after this. I want Joy in here.
Okay, okay.
I want to talk to him.
I'll make that.
I love Joy. Thank you, Sunmilk.
This is my will.
They're looking.
Yes, they obviously need to look to be able to play the game of Overwatch.
Oh!
Another headshot by Joy! Joy absolutely bodying them on this defense here, but he's finally taken down by Convoluted. Another player I've actually enjoyed watching here. The DPS have been really fun to watch, especially the snipers here. And even though they haven't had much success here, the DPS, both Dash and Convoluted, have been really, really fun to watch on the side of Illusion here.
Dash is looking for a pulse in that Bastion.
And Joy might just be able to get the pick here, but he's not able to do it as Dash comes back to contest him on the Tracer. Verse is able to take down Hudson though, while Joy's in the back, taking 3 people's attention off the point. And this is something I've noticed with Illusion, is a lot of the time they get distracted by these very minor things. They leave their Orisa on point by herself, and all of them try to go and push Joy. Oh, and the nade hits Joy, and he's taken down as 4 people are anti. And in comes the Gravitic Flux. Pwn is able to take down Leo Cakes though. Versus him to take down Dash. Paradox is able to take down Arcus though. And Security is take down Pfizer. Oh, and the healer's coming in clutch, killing 5 people. And a sleep on a Joy is going to end, and Illusion is finally going to get a map here. And that is going to be the end of the series. Phobos winning 2-1 with a draw. And great map! I love this game. This was fun to watch. Hudson! A rare Orisa play of the game coming in.
Was that a 4? Was that a 4-3? For the score new?
A 4-3? Yes, it was a 4-3.
Go message Joy. You want him in here.
I invited Joy. We'll see if he joins. He said, huh. I think you need to get him in here. Oh, no, he said, okay. I'm excited to get Joy in here. He can join production chat, right? Or do we have to join something else?
I don't think he can join.
Okay, so I think we have to go to general.
Yes.
Okay, let's go to general chat.
Okay. Wait one moment. Oh my god, I can't spell. Alright, let me close. Did you already leave? Am I in here by myself? Hello? Oh god. Okay, I go down.
Hey, you were my favorite player to watch. Okay,
Thank
Joy?
you. I am gonna tell that to my teammates so then they can be jealous.
Yeah, you can ask Milk here, who just joined. I was talking about you all game. You
Really?
were, yes, you were so fun to watch. Your Widow was amazing, and I want to congratulate you on the win, of course.
Oh, thank you. I basically
So
got carried, but yeah.
I think you played really well, especially on the Widowmaker. And did you play Doomfist as well, or were you the Reaper? I can't remember.
I played Doomfist, but I fed on Doom first
No,
map when
I think you actually got the initial picks on Volskaya, of course. And I have to ask, you guys looked a little bit iffy on Volskaya. The only map you actually, or besides Numbani, the only main map you guys actually tied on. What happened the last two maps that caused you guys to kind of drop the last two?
well you see, Skya, we've only scrimmed once, and since we're a new team, it's like we still don't know what to run.
Hmm.
So we were literally experimenting everything. As you
Yeah.
can see, like the DPS players just played literally like 4 different heroes, I think. And
I mean,
then
yeah.
so we were just trying to figure out what to run and like what would work and what wouldn't. And then eventually we drew. And then on
Mhm.
New Bonnie, is literally just mistakes that we made that costed
Mhm.
us the match. But I feel like we
Yeah.
could have won that if we just didn't do those mistakes.
I have to say
Positioning
that
wise.
that Anna actually had some nice antis on you guys.
Oh yeah, she
It
was
was
not getting punished.
I was actually spectating you when she threw the anti over the shield and killed you.
Yeah, I was so mad. It was like I was finding the tracer and then she
Uh-huh.
just innated me. And I was like, oh.
Yeah. So on the Widow pick, which isn't normally a pick you choose to run into this Widow, which you played very well for running it into double shield. What was like your mindset going to choose Widow in a meta that Widows hit or miss on?
So basically we want to run Bastion.
Hmm.
And then our Pharo with the Bastion gameplay isn't that well. And my teammates just found out yesterday that I'm a flex DPS, which is amazing. So I'm like, guys, I can play Widow. So we've just been running Widow on me lately, and it seemed to work on Havana.
Yeah,
We've
it was really well on Havana.
Yeah, that's literally what the Widow pick is for too. So I can pick out whoever's not in position, like position wise. And then that's how we basically utilize Widow, and then they just use all their resources on Bastion.
Yeah. I had one more question. I forgot what I was gonna ask. Let me remember it here. Okay, okay, here it is. On the Doomfist, you seem to be not feeding. I feel like you thought I was gonna say that. I feel like you played really well on the Doomfist. You able to get the initial picks your team needed, and I'm gonna keep it real, and I think Milk can back me up here. You almost, I would say, you carried on Volskaya to the draw. So
Oh,
the one fight I do want to talk about in particular though is your team was all dead, and you pushed in. You and your Orisa Bongo came out and you killed 5 people. What was happening there? Like,
so basically, we're all like, I think the cons were like, all right, we're gonna pick. He said he had Bongo. I could, or I almost have ult. So I went in there, got my ult, and then I ulted, and then he bongoed. I told him if he has pull, he pulled, and then that's when the chaos happened, and I used all my cooldowns to kill them. And
yeah,
we basically just got lucky right there since they used all their ults previously
hmm,
to go into the fight and win the fight. So then
yeah.
we came out with our ults and then just won, and we 2v5'd.
Oh, that was it was a great game to watch. We actually have another game we have to cast, or else I would interview you longer. But as I told Sunmilk, I'm definitely gonna buy a shirt and join the Joy fan club because I loved watching you play. You are a great DPS.
Thank you.
And
Well,
Hello.
hi, we're doing our last
Hello.
second interview, soldier. You're interrupting.
Oh my god.
Oh. Anyway, Joy, it was great having you here, and go tell your team about how good you are because you are amazing and you played
yeah,
great.
you guys just boosted my ego, and now if I go back, they're
Uh-oh,
just gonna,
that head's too
you
fast.
know, ruin it down.
Good.
So I'm ready for this.
You need your ego because you played great, and good job on the win. So good luck on your next games, man.
Yeah, thank
And
you.
I hope
Thank
you have a
you.
good night.
All right, you too, man.
Thanks for watching the stream. Please watch the one at 10 o'clock. That will happen in 2 minutes.
We have my whole
Watch the one in 2 minutes.
yeah, the one in 2 minutes. I actually have
I'm
to
ending
eat,
stream
so I
now.
might miss the first few